Like and subscribe. Once upon a time in a green meadow surrounded by trees, there lived a dog named Max. Max was different from all the other dogs in the meadow. He loved numbers and maths more than anything else in the world. Max spent most of his days counting everything he could find. He counted the leaves on the trees, the petals on flowers, and the stones on the ground. He loved to add and subtract, multiply and divide, and solve all kinds of maths problems. One day, Max met a group of animals in the meadow. They were discussing a problem that they couldn't solve. They had been trying to divide a basket of apples equally amongst themselves, but they couldn't figure out how many apples each animal should get. Max heard the animals talking and he offered to help. He counted the apples and the animals and quickly found the solution. There are 12 apples and 4 animals, he said. So each animal should get 3 apples. The animals were amazed. They had never seen a dog that was so good at maths. They asked Max how he knew the answer so quickly. Max told them that he loved numbers and maths and had practiced a lot to become good at it. The animals were so impressed that they asked Max to help them with other problems. Max was happy to help. He solved problems about adding and subtracting, multiplying and dividing, and even fractions and decimals. One day Max met a group of children who were playing in the meadow. They were struggling with their maths homework and were getting frustrated. Max saw their struggle and offered to help. The children were sceptical at first. They'd never heard of a dog that was good at maths, but Max showed them how he could solve all kinds of maths problems. He even showed them some cool tricks, like how to multiply by 9 using your fingers. The children were amazed. They'd never thought that maths could be so fun. Max had shown them that maths was not just about numbers and equations, but also about puzzles and games. From that day on, Max became the children's favourite teacher. They would come to the meadow every day to learn from Max. Max showed them that maths was nothing to be afraid of and could be a fun and interesting thing to learn. Max also taught the children the importance of maths in their daily lives. He showed them how they could use maths to measure things, count money, and even tell time. The children were amazed at how much maths was all around them. A few weeks later, Max came across a group of birds that were building a nest. They were struggling to figure out the dimensions of the nest and how much material they needed. Max offered to help. He used his math skills to calculate the dimensions and how many twigs they needed to make a good, strong and cosy nest. The birds were very impressed. They'd never seen a dog that was so helpful. They thanked Max for his help and invited him to join them for dinner. Max happily accepted and spent the night with the birds. The next day, Max woke up to a surprise. The birds had built him a special nest of his own on the ground. It was made of twigs, leaves, feathers and fluff, and was the perfect size for Max. Max was touched by the birds' kindness and felt grateful for all the friends he had made in the meadow. Max had shown everyone that maths is not just about numbers, but also about creativity, problem solving and friendship. He had taught them that maths is not something to be afraid of, but something to be enjoyed and celebrated. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We release a new video every Sunday and you don't want to miss out. Goodbye!
The Fable Factory.